pays for, we're the only, well, first of all, I got to be honest. If you had surveyed members of the legislature last January and asked them to describe how teacher pensions were paid for, not one of them would have gotten it right. Because they had no idea how it happened. I mean, I have had numerous conversations with past leadership from the House and the Senate, from present membership of the House and the Senate. They didn't realize that the communities didn't contribute anything, that this was teacher contribution and state contribution. We're the only state in the nation that funds teacher pensions the way we do. You know, that's the reality. We are being called upon to increase our funding because of the dalliances of prior legislators and prior governors to see that funding for teachers' pensions go up by billions of dollars. And that's a problem that I'd like to get settled and have a better funding program for. And a very small part of that is to have the communities who actually hire and negotiate those contracts be responsible for some portion of that obligation. And so, yes, that is still on the table and something that we've got to get to a conclusion on. We don't pay the pensions of policemen working for cities, or firemen working for cities, or school nurses, or hygienists, or the people in other people in the health department or social services department. And yet we have this system that was largely inappropriately funded, and no one from the communities pays anything. It's also had a disturbing, what I would argue is a disturbing role in framing teacher compensation, where teachers at the end of their career are getting the largest increases, and teachers in the beginning of their career are getting the smallest increases, at a time when we actually need to hire a lot of replacement teachers. But the reason that that's now become part of the distorted system is systems are saying, well, gee, if we give those folks more money, we have to pay it for all 20 or 25 years that they're employed. We give it to them the last 5 years they're employed, the state pays it, in essence, because we're going to pay the whole kit and caboodle on the obligation. So yeah, I still have it on the table. Okay. And I'm willing to come up with a better system, and I've expressed that, and we put those ideas on table. But you know, I think the legislature has become fond of giving everyone a veto to the budget. So you know, the unions have a veto, and the local governments have a veto, and the hospitals have a veto, and everybody else has a veto, which makes they're getting their job done very hard. We need to undo that.